because tomorrow they're doing that conference for what they're doing with Sonic's 30th anniversary. So
Yeah,
I figure next week's episode will probably be, well, the next time we do an episode will be
yeah,
a little Sonic heavy. So
yeah.
I can just throw that in there real quick.
Next week is the panel, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Panel for this show and defending bad movies for Derek Diamond Experience. I'm not gonna lie, having Mike fill in was fun, but I did miss Wally.
Yeah, Wally was sorely missed.
Yeah. Let's see. Sonic the Hedgehog.
It felt weird doing it at that place too. Like it just the energy felt different
I'll,
than it does every year.
I will be completely honest. I did have fun doing both panels, but it just felt very different overall. Like
Yeah,
even going to Pensacon felt different. I don't know if it's because it was in May as opposed to February,
yeah,
but I don't know. It just something felt a little off about it.
yeah. It just didn't feel. I don't know. It just felt. I don't know. It just didn't feel the same.
I mean, I liked the building that we did the panels in, but I felt like everything was a little too spread out.
Yeah, I like it better when it's right across the street. People coming and going. People are more likely to come. Like we had a lot of people there, but it wasn't like it normally is. Like that big room we're usually in, and you know.
Yeah, agreed. But luckily, we only have a few months to wait for the next one.
I know. Like what, 7 months, 8 months?
Yeah, which I think things will be a lot more like what we've come to expect from
Yeah,
Pensacon. Because I don't think there will be any real restrictions by that point.
yeah.
The Grand Hotel should be back operational by that point. So
Tell you what though, that brownie fudge, that a la mode pie thing I had at McGuire's was ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've never had that.
yeah. I got it free for my birthday. It was like, what was it? It was like a
Nice.
chocolate brownie, fudge brownie, hot chocolate with ice cream. It was ridiculous. It had to be like 10,000 calories at least.
Like most things at McGuire's.
Yeah, and I tried something different this time too. I tried the French dip. Oh, dude, I think I found my new favorite thing at
I've never
McGuire's.
had the French dip from there.
Dude, you have to try it next time you go. You have to. It's so good.
So funny enough, we actually Samantha and I went there Sunday night after the game was over. Because I'm telling you, when I got to work Sunday, I had to climb the scaffolding we have out in center field to set our camera up, and I got
Hmm.
about halfway up there, and I was just like, I'm done. Like physically and mentally, I'm just done. Like I was so. Even Samantha mentioned after the defending bad movies panel, she's like, "Yeah, I can tell you're tired."
Yeah, yeah. I could tell too. I was just like, even after just,
Yeah,
what's up, Jeff Gignac? How you doing? Thank you for joining us.
Jeff.
But yeah, I was exhausted by Sunday morning, man. Dude, all that walking back and forth Saturday was killing me.
Yeah, did you meet any of the guests?
Yeah, I met James Murray from Impractical Jokers, trying to get him on
Okay.
Open Micers podcast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always be selling.
Yep.
I like it.
Exactly. I'm pretty much got
Yeah.
everything ready to go. If you are.
Yep, I believe I've got all the panels open and I've spent some extensive time with my review tonight, so
Okay.
it's going to be well, I mean, I haven't been to work in 3 days.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Um let's see. Did you mean to put Justin Olson in the end of show info?
No, I don't. I was wondering if you had put that there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know what that's there for.
Should be in the. Who knows? Because he should be on the Patreon list, I
Yeah,
think.
he must have accidentally gotten copied and pasted.
Yeah, probably in my my half asleep working of the Google
Probably.
Doc.
All right. Well, if we're
All right,
good to
I've got
go.
everything open, so I'm all set, sir.
All right, here we go in three,
Yeah,
two,
let's do it.
one. Greetings, programs, and we are back for another episode of the Nerd Cave Retro Show. My name is Jason Robbins.
And my name is Derek Diamond.
It is, isn't it? I feel like we haven't talked in a few weeks, but we have. You weren't here for the last show.
We actually saw each other in person
Yeah, we did.
a couple of days ago.
Yeah, Pensacon was
Yeah.
this last weekend.
It's been
It was tiring, to say the least.
Yeah, it's been a very long couple of weeks. If we finally ended the 12-game homestand on Sunday, and I was telling you before we started recording, one of my jobs is I have to climb up a scaffolding before every game to set up our center field camera, and I got about halfway up the scaffolding, and I just like physically felt done. Like I was just so tired, and I'll go ahead and apologize to the listeners for it because next week we're releasing the Nerd Cave Retro panel for this show and Defending Bad Movies 3D for the Derek Diamond Experience. I had a lot of fun doing them, but man, I felt so tired during that entire weekend. It's been a whirlwind,
Yeah.
and thankfully I've had a couple of days off, so I've had some time to recover. Like I feel fine now, but even Monday, like I felt so tired, I felt sick.
Yeah. I know how you feel. On Saturday, I think at like 2 or 3 o'clock, I looked at my step counter and I was already at like 11,000 steps. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. And so after the panel Sunday morning, went Nate McGuire's afterwards, and then I was headed home. Like I couldn't physically do any more by Sunday.
Yeah, after the game ended on Sunday, we went to Perfect Plane to get a drink, and then we were like, you know what, we're still downtown, so might as well go to McGuire's, and had the shepherd's pie,
Yeah.
and it was quite good. Then had the leftovers the next day for lunch, so
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
was quite good.
I had the French dip and saved half of it. And I was gonna save it for the next day, but I had to eat the rest of it when I got home Sunday. I couldn't help it. So good.
No fault on you for that. I've never had the French dip, but I can only imagine that it's really good. I mean, I haven't had anything bad from that restaurant, so
Get it next time you go. I highly recommend it.
no, I will. I definitely will. How things been going besides going to Pensacon?
Pretty good. I actually last night I finished Castlevania season 4 on Netflix, and I liked this last season. It was a little slow to start, but man, the last three episodes were just like action packed, man. And finally, you get to see our 3 heroes, Alucard, Sypha, and Trevor back together again to fight. I'm not gonna spoil it who the main villain is, but let's just say that by the end of it, like it's got a very good ending to the entire story. And if they leave it here, I'm fine. Like it was a nice bow on the entire story. So I feel like if they do move forward, I hope they do go do maybe a time jump and move forward to the time of Simon, which would be the logical next step would be the Simon Belmont story. So I'm interested to see if they're going to keep going, which I hope they do. But if they don't, I feel like these 4 seasons were a nice story. Over these 4 seasons, and it ended pretty good. I like the way it ended.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I really liked the first 3 seasons, and to be honest, I completely forgot that the new season was out. So I definitely need to check it out. I did watch. I'm caught up on. I don't know if you've watched Superman and Lois on the CW, but it's surprisingly very good.
I hear it's
Like
pretty good.
Superman's not my favorite comic book character because I think it's really hard to make that character compelling to like an everyday person.
Yeah,
But they go to me they go in a very different direction than they have in any other Superman show or movie that's been done. And I would recommend checking it out. Like all the episodes are on the CW website. So I'd recommend checking it out. It's actually pretty good.
yeah. I've been wanting to check it out. I just haven't had time. Um, I still have to finish. I got to watching Superstore over the last few weeks, so I've been kind of addicted to that show. And then, of course, Castlevania dropped last week, so I had to watch that. And so once that's done, I think I'm going to go ahead and start on the Superman and Lois because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, the cast is great. The storyline has been really interesting so far. So I definitely recommend it. I did yesterday. I started another playthrough of Link to the Past, which I haven't
Mm.
done in quite some time. So it's been fun to go back and revisit that game.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm going to pause for one moment.
Okay.
I think we're lagging on Discord.
Yeah, I noticed it too.
So
Like your audio is like a little behind.
yeah, let me. I'm gonna end the call, and then just gonna call you right back.
Okay.
Hang in there, everybody. We're gonna call Derek right back. Hello, check, check, check. Hello.
It's much better.
Yes.
Let me adjust my picture again. I don't
Okay.
know why Discord hates my webcam. There we go.
That was a massive freaking update had to do. I should have warned you about it. I did it yesterday, and it took me a while. I just completely forgot to tell you about it.
Well, the weird thing is, so like I came in here at 7:50, booted Discord, and I saw it was doing an update. So I was like, oh, okay. Updates normally take like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I come back in, and it's still sitting on the update 1 of 1. So then I quit Discord, start it back, still does the same thing. And then when I restarted my computer, booted up Discord, it worked perfectly fine.
Damn
I
you,
should know
Discord.
better because that happens all the time. Is the way to fix something is just
Oh
to turn it
yeah.
off and turn it back on.
All right. Well, I'm going to unpause this.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, and we're back. We had a little hiccup with the Discord, but we're back. And yeah. So yeah, I think that's about really it. Other than Pensacon, I mean, I've just been working a lot and haven't really had a chance to play too much. I've been still trying to get through Resident Evil 7 because I do want to get 8, and I think I'm pretty close to the end. I'm not sure. So we'll see in the next couple of days. Tomorrow night is my first night off, like night free, in over a week and a half. So tomorrow night is going to be video game time and junk food for me.
No, understandable.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
I
forward
have
to it.
to. Yeah, I have to work an event tomorrow night, but then I've got Friday. I just do normal 9 to 5 hours, and then I have a 3-day weekend. So
Sweet. I got a 3-day
could
weekend
be
too.
could be a pretty nice holiday weekend, and then next week start games back again. But it'll be a little bit easier now that the beginning of the season's over, and it'll pretty much alternate. I'll have a week of games, then a week off, and then so on and so forth. So
Yeah.
won't be as bad. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Well,
don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna play next after. I mean, because I'm gonna play things other than Link to the Past, but I don't know what my next review will be quite yet. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I got a lot of things on my list I need to get to. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next yet either, so I guess I need to figure that out soon. If
Maybe.
anybody has a suggestion of what they'd like me to review, I know a lot of people have been wanting me to review stuff, and I can't remember it at the moment. So if you want me to review something that I haven't touched on yet, just jump in the Discord and let me know what you want me to review.
Yeah, I think we should review like a PS2 game. I know so people have been asking for that for quite a while.
I'm going to leave that up to
I
you.
know. Okay, then I think I may still have. Yeah, because I want my first PS2 review to be Jack and Daxter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I still have that game. I'll have to look and see, but if not, I'm sure I can find a copy for really cheap somewhere.
Yeah, I don't even have like a PlayStation or PlayStation 2 or anything like that. So, and actually, I got PS Plus subscription from who? I forgot. Let me look on. Oh, come on. I think it was Axeblade that sent it to me. I want to give him a shout out on the show here. Let me look up my message. Yeah, it was Axeblade sent me a few months of PS Plus. So thank you to him for that. And my birthday is coming up Friday, so it will be put to good use.
Oh.
And so yeah, Friday is going to be video game day too.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you. So are you ready to go into the news?
Yeah, we got a lot of it.
Yes, we do. This came to us from a couple of people, Tyler Watson and Carlos Longoria. I am the Rampage. From NintendoLife.com, one of the rarest Mega Man titles is getting a physical reprint. Mega Man may have made his name on the NES, but one of the rarest and most desirable products to showcase his moniker isn't on a Nintendo system, but a Sega one. Mega Man The Wiley Wars arrived in 1994, but was only released physically in Europe and Japan. In North America, it was exclusive to the Sega Channel cable service. Today, the price of the European and Japanese editions are sky high, but thankfully, Retrobit has secured the rights to republish the game along with a bunch of goodies, including an interchangeable sleeve, poster, and sticker collection. The game itself will come on a transparent blue cartridge, which houses a 5-volt chip, battery backup, gold-plated contacts, and beveled insert points. Contains the first 3 Mega Man games released on the NES, as well as an all-new unlockable game, but features updated visuals and sound. If you purchase the Mega Drive Mini, then you'll know it was included as part of that console's library of games. It will be on sale from May 21st through June 21st. The game will cost $69.99. And look at all the cool stuff that comes with it. Man, this is very, very tempting.
I'll be completely honest. Like, I'm not a huge Mega Man fan, but for that price and seeing what all comes with it, I think it's definitely worth it.
Oh, yeah. It's even got the old school Genesis clamshell case. Oh, hell yeah.
I love the artwork from this era of Mega Man. Like, it looks very anime-esque.
Yeah.
But I think it's perfect. I'm interested because I think I've heard of the Wiley Wars game, but I've never played it because my experience with Mega Man has been very limited. But it sounds really cool, and I think any like Mega Man fan should definitely pick this up because for $70, all the stuff you get, easy decision, I think.
You know what? I've never played. I never played the. I have the Genesis Mini. And I've never played the Mega Man stuff on there, so I need to go do that. I'm so used to just playing it on the NES and the Super Nintendo. It's kind of weird playing it on a Sega console, I would think. But we'll see.
That's understandable. I'll be honest, I haven't fired up any of the mini consoles that I have in a while.
Yeah,
part of it is I just haven't had time, but
yeah. My
But you
Genesis
know,
Mini has quite a bit of dust on it. I need to take care of that.
yeah, I haven't played it since whatever the last game was that I reviewed that happened to be on it.
Yeah.
But either way, like this Mega Man collection looks really cool. Our next story comes to us from NintendoLife.com. This also comes to us from Armez Jackson. So shout out to Armez. He actually sent us quite a few articles
Mm-hmm.
this week. Someone is trying to recreate Counter-Strike on the Nintendo DS. If you were one of the many people enjoying PC gaming in the year 2000, the same year we saw the release of Rare's Perfect Dark on the N64, one of the titles you might have played is Valve's original online team-based FPS, Counter-Strike. Although this game never got released on a Nintendo platform, French YouTuber Funity, I'm probably butchering that name, so I apologize, is now using the Nitro engine to recreate the original Counter-Strike on the Nintendo DS. The latest build shows off the new touch control aiming system. It also provides a brief look at the iconic map D_Dust2, and you can see an early build of a weapon along with some sound effects that have been ripped from the actual game. And there's a couple of different YouTube videos that you can watch on this article. I feel like this is now becoming a weekly tradition where either this old game is resurrected or a new game is made for a older generation console.
Yeah.
And this to me is just like the latest in the Rolodex that's being built of that.
I've never played Counter Strike. Did you ever play it?
No, I know of the title, but I never played it. I was never into PC gaming, so
I know it
I
was a
never played it.
I know it was a big deal back then, but I just never have played it. I hear so many people talk about, get nostalgic about it, and I've just never played it.
I mean, there are so many games that have, cult followings like this and
Hmm.
many others that like you hear people talk about it, but you're just like, yeah, I just never got around to it.
I know people still play
It's
it.
really cool though that they're I mean, it's cool that they're doing this though.
Yeah. Let's see. This is also from Armez Jackson. From NintendoLife.com. Classics inspired Metroidvania In Existence Rebirth lands on Switch next month. If you're a fan of Metroidvanias, and who isn't, you might want to keep an eye out for In Existence Rebirth when it launches for the Switch. Developed and published by Click Team, the game is said to let players explore a vast world of mysteries and action. The team notes that it is inspired by the 16-bit classics of the genre, and the Switch release marks the first time it's arrived on console following a launch on PC last summer. The official description is Hald and his sister were chosen by the gods to be keepers. Their shared duty is to maintain order and balance in the world, but peace was not something everyone desired. Klaus, or Kleos, a man filled with dark purpose, decides to plunge Hald's sister in a deep slumber and break the balance. Hald begins his quest to find Kleos, I guess that's how you say that, and break the spell, throwing him into a vast world full of mystery and danger. And I really, really like the way this looks. It looks like it's straight off the Super Nintendo.
Mm.
It's got the big enemies. It's
Yes.
kind of got that that Castlevania look to it. Almost maybe like a Ghosts and Goblins look to it as well.
Yeah, this would have fit right in on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like everything from the character sprites to the backgrounds. Like the backgrounds look surprisingly really detailed, like with the brick walls, and you see like the castle halls in the background and everything. It
Yeah.
it looks really cool.
Uh,
I kind of want to change my Twitter name to Kleos now. It's
yeah.
such a cool name.
It's only going to be $8.99. So if you're interested in this type of game, I might actually throw down the $9 for this. It looks very, very up my alley.
Same. Yeah, we should both get this and do a co-review of it.
Yeah, I got $10 burning a hole in my my Switch wallet.
There's just a little $10 bill peeking out of my wallet saying,
Yeah.
"Spend me, spend me." let's see. This also comes to us from Armez Jackson and also from NintendoLife.com. Nintendo Life's getting a lot of publicity
Yeah, they are.
from the show this week. Limited Run announces 2 Double Dragon physical releases for Switch. Physical distributor Limited Run Games has announced not 1 but 2 Double Dragon releases for the Switch. First up is the 2017 release Double Dragon 4, and joining it is the 2020 Switch game Double Dragon Neon. Both titles will receive a standard physical release, including just the game, for $30 and a special Classic Edition. 4's Classic Edition will be priced at $69.99, and Neon's Classic Edition will set you back $84.99. There will be a 4-week pre-order period for all these games starting on May 28th. The Double Dragon 4 Classic Edition features Billy and Jimmy keychains, the original soundtrack on a mini CD in a retro cartridge case, and more. And then Double Dragon Neon will be available in a Slamming Classic Edition featuring lots of goodies like Billy and Jimmy figurines and a real Dragon Kick soda can. Standard and Classic Editions will be available for 4-week pre-order starting May 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
Dude, this looks great.
That's a lot of money to throw down.
Yeah, but it's got like an actual cassette soundtrack. Dude, the Nintendo game case for the mini CD soundtrack is freaking awesome.
It is. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. There's a lot of really cool stuff that comes with this.
I like the cassette rewinder, and it's a pencil. The struggle was real.
There's only one thing missing from this release, and that is a copy of the Double Dragon movie.
Oh, I know. I would actually be okay with that.
Just kidding.
I know Iron the Rampage
would
would be all for this because he loves the Neon, Double Dragon Neon.
I mean, the case to that just looks like the Double Dragon 4 case. I'm talking about like the giant box looks really cool, but that neon one with the 2 dragons on it, the red and the blue one.
Yeah.
Man, that would make a great poster.
I know. It looks great. And I think we're lagging out again, but that's okay. We'll have to live with it. Seems like Discord's
it's all
taking
good.
a dump tonight. Let's see. This comes from...
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's see. Who sent us this? I don't remember who sent this. I think this was from Armez Jackson as well. Of course, from NintendoLife.com. Konami might have plans to outsource more classic IP following the Getsufumaden revival. Konami is reportedly open to outsourcing more of the company's gaming brands in the future, following on from Guru Guru's announcement of Getsufumaden Undying Moon. The original game was released in 1987 as a Famicom exclusive. According to Konami's Shin Murado, who is also the producer of Undying Moon, there's more to come. He says, "We are continually inspired by various indie titles and how they innovate and produce exciting games. We felt that Getsufumaden would be an interesting IP to bring back to follow the indie approach, and so we decided to contact Guru as we know the team well. And although there's probably won't be much information about these future projects anytime soon, last month it was discovered that Konami had renewed trademarks for Castlevania and Metal Gear Rising in Japan. It's also apparently got some new projects to reveal in the coming months." So how do you feel about Konami possibly outsourcing Castlevania games in the future?
I mean, I don't think it would necessarily hurt. At this point, I'd kind of say why not. But I don't know. I find this actually to be a little surprising, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of gonna wait and see because I really want more Castlevania games, and I don't know if Konami is just not wanting to make their own games anymore. But either way, I'd rather just have more Castlevania games to play.
Agreed. And I feel like if Konami would trust certain companies with their some of their most valuable properties, then I think that alone would put the faith in me to say, okay, well, these might actually be good games
Yeah.
if that does happen.
Yeah. Well,
So I don't know. I kind of take the wait and see approach.
yeah. I guess we'll see. we'll. I don't know. We'll see.
Our last story, this comes to us from IGN.com. And spoilers if you don't want to know this. This is the plot of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the upcoming movie next year.
Yeah.
So just skip ahead a couple of minutes if you haven't read this and you don't want to know it. But again, this comes to us from IGN.com. A plot synopsis for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has surfaced online and it reveals Knuckles' involvement in the movie. Twitter user ninja_Risu uncovered a copyright filing from Paramount Pictures and Sega for Sonic 2, which reveals a plot synopsis for the upcoming movie. It should be noted, however, that this information hasn't been officially released yet, which means there's a possibility that the narrative might have changed at some point during the sequel's development. But this is the official, well, not official synopsis, but the synopsis that was released. After settling in Green Hills, Sonic is ready for more freedom, and Tom and Maddie agree to leave him home while they go on vacation. But no sooner are they gone when Dr. Robotnik comes back, this time with a new partner, Knuckles, in search for an emerald that has the power to both build and destroy civilizations. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick, Tails, and together they embark on a journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. My thing is, it's not entirely surprising. Like, the picture was leaked a few weeks back of the Sonic and Tails prop with a Knuckles one next to it. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's really any huge surprise that he would be involved. It does sound like they're taking elements from Sonic 3 as far as Knuckles teaming up with Robotnik. And they kind of laid the foundation for that in the original movie with the echidnas chasing after Sonic when he was a kid.
Yeah.
What I think will probably happen is before Robotnik goes back to Earth, he will go to Sonic's homeworld and he will meet Knuckles and convince him that Sonic is a villain and basically like exiled him from Earth. Then Knuckles will believe him and they will go back to Earth to try and take out Sonic.
I'm actually really okay with this. Like, I think it's a pretty good plot, and as long as Jim Carrey comes back and plays Dr. Robotnik with the same zeal that he did in the first movie, I'm gonna be there opening night. Like, I'm actually excited for part two.
And I think it might be even better because he'll be going full on Robotnik. Because you saw at the
Yeah.
end whenever he shaved his head and had the giant mustache.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be. The plot in general sounds like it will be more like the games than the original movie was. Because it sounds to me like Tom and Maddie won't be in the movie that much.
Yeah.
Which I'm not to knock them because I actually like their characters, but I'm okay with it focusing more on Sonic versus Robotnik, or in this case, Sonic and Tails versus Robotnik and Knuckles.
Yeah. Well, we got the whole first movie is that kind of like a road trip buddy movie. And I like that served that movie very well. And of course, we got to know Sonic, and we got to see Jim Carrey turn into Robotnik. So now we're already settled into the fact that there's a blue hedgehog. We've already seen his home world, and we've seen Dr. Robotnik on the weird mushroom planet, and we're in. So just give us all the craziness that you can give us that comes with the Sonic games.
Yeah. My only hope is that they don't try to introduce too many of the other characters. Like, save Metal Sonic maybe for the third movie. Save, like, Shadow maybe for the third movie. Save Amy for the third movie. I think this needs to focus purely on, as I mentioned, Sonic and Tails building their friendship, and then Robotnik and Knuckles. And then if it does follow the game, then Knuckles is eventually going to figure out that Robotnik's the actual villain, and then
Yeah.
he'll side with Sonic and Tails. I don't know if they'll do this, but in Sonic 3, Robotnik builds this huge machine called the Death Egg,
Hmm.
which is basically a knockoff of the Death Star. So I don't know if they'll actually do it.
Why
But
not?
if this movie ends with the Death Egg, it will be amazing. Like I'm already gonna geek out over this movie anyway.
Yeah.
So it should be fun. I got to give a shout out to Wally for this. I don't know if you saw his Facebook question that he asked, like, which do you prefer more, Zelda or Sonic? And I even commented, I'm like, are you speaking directly to me, sir?
I never saw that. I don't get on Facebook too much lately. I do want to give a huge shout out to Axeblade in the chat room. I didn't notice this, but you were showing at the Real Big Wall as your handle on on Twitch, so I had to
Oh,
switch
Lord.
our. I got it fixed now. So thanks, Axeblade.
Yeah, yeah, don't drag Wally's name through the mud like
Yeah.
that by having my picture next to his. Oh man, but yeah, I'm excited for the Sonic movie. I think, like the first one, I mean, I've talked in detail about how much I like that movie, and I think this one could be even better.
Yeah, and Axeblade said he totally agrees with you on how they should do it. Don't oversaturate with too many characters. And, I think adding Tails and Knuckles is, you know, it I expect that to be added into the ongoing story of the movie. And like I said before, I mean, we're already into like the world that they've established, like the all this exists, so just give us all the craziness that comes with Sonic.
And I know we talked about this a while back, but I'm actually on board with Jason Momoa if he's going to be the voice of Knuckles. I think he would actually be really good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the news this week. And so we don't have any history to go to. May is kind of a dry month for retro gaming news, so we'll just go right into our shout outs, which Derek is going to do right now.
Yes. So as always, we'd like to shout out our awesome patrons over at patreon.com/nerdcaveretro. We want to shout out Armez Jackson, Axeblade07, Daniel Salmon, John Jekyll, aka Mixmaster, Carlos Longoria, Staff Sergeant Sketch, Randy Bailey, Tyler Watson, Brandon Rutledge, Donner Party of Five, Gusson Penny, Jason May, Matthew Salmon, and Justin Olson. Thank you guys so much for your continued contributions to the Nerd Cave Retro Show, for keeping the lights on for us, if you will. And if you want to be a part of our awesome Patreon community and get access to commentary tracks that we do, such as the Super Mario Brothers movie, Double Dragon, hopefully soon Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Hint, hint. I still say if we made it through Double Dragon, we can make it through Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
I don't know. I don't know if I can do it.
I didn't say it would be easy, but either way, if you want access to those and if you want to vote on certain show topics, then just head on over to patreon.com/nerdcaveretro.
And tonight, Derek's going to be talking about.
Clap your hands. All right.
That's some jaunty music for Donkey Konga.
Man, if you had told me a year ago that 1 year from then I would be reviewing Donkey Konga for the GameCube, I would have said you were crazy.
Oh no, Axeblade says if we do Mortal Kombat Annihilation, he might have to revoke his Patreon. I might have to revoke doing this show at that point. I don't know if I can handle.
All right, you guys have made your point. Then we will not do Mortal Kombat Annihilation. We can't lose Axeblade07.
Yeah.
He's too much fun to have around.
No.
So I got to give a little backstory as to why I'm reviewing this particular game. So for Mother's Day, I was at my parents' house, and anytime I go over to my parents' house, I usually go to my old room and look to see if there's any movies that might still have there, or games, or whatever the case may be, just to bring home and be like, oh, I'll check this out. And so I'm going through my stuff, and for those who are watching the video version, I found these, the Donkey Kong bongo controller, and I said, you know
Yes.
what? I haven't played Donkey Konga since it came out in, what was it, 2003? 2000, yeah, it came out in North America
Yep.
September of 2004.
Hmm.
So that was, I was right out of high school when that came out. So I was like, you know what? Why not? I don't really know what my next review is going to be, so and I haven't played like a music themed game in a while. And those who might not know what Donkey Konga is, Rock Band and Guitar Hero were really popular around that time. Like if you owned a PlayStation or an Xbox, chances are you had one of those games. And they're fun games to do, especially Rock Band, because you have your drums, you have your guitar, you have your microphones. You can get a group of people and play it. And this was Nintendo's answer to that.
Hmm.
And I thought, okay, bongos is kind of an interesting ploy, and I just thought the controller was really cool. So, because there's actually a platformer called Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, where you use the bongos as the controller, and that's really fun too. And that'll be a game that I review in a future episode as well. But Donkey Konga was developed by Namco and published by Nintendo, and it's exactly what you think it is. You play various songs with bongos, and it is so much fun. I forgot how much fun this game was. And believe it or not, there is actually a story element to this game, which I completely forgot about until I was watching the prologue or whatever. Because like I turned the game on and then I had to leave the room, and then came back and I saw these cutscenes that were happening. So I was like, I don't remember these.
Hmm.
So the plot is Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are hanging out at the beach one day when they come across some mysterious objects that resemble barrels. Fearing they had something to do with King K. Rool, they take them to Cranky Kong. Cranky explains they're bongos, so DK tries playing them. Diddy tries to do so as well. Then, when DK claps, the bongos start glowing. Cranky explains that the bongos have some kind of power inside them. They continue to play the bongos, but they both play terribly. Cranky advises them to practice. At first, they are against this, but then they realize if they can become successful, they could afford as many bananas as they wish, so they start practicing. And that's about where the story ends. And the game has around 30 songs that you can play. And they vary from Nintendo theme songs, like they have the Super Mario Brothers theme, the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64, the Zelda theme. Do you remember back in the around this time, early 2000s? Do you remember the Kirby cartoon series?
No.
There was a Kirby cartoon series that aired on Fox, I believe, called Kirby Right Back at Ya. The theme song for that is on this game, and I forgot that cartoon even existed.
Really? I don't
So
remember that at all.
when I heard it, I was like, I have not heard this song since probably like 2005. It aired in the same block as I think Sonic X and the Ninja Turtles reboot that happened. That reboot's actually pretty underrated, in my opinion. Yeah, Axeblade says my nephew had this game and the bongos. I never had or played it though, and he said he doesn't remember the Kirby series either. The series was okay. Like I wasn't like a huge fan of it. It was garnered towards young kids,
Yeah.
so it wasn't really my spiel. But I thought the fact that they actually did it was pretty cool.
See, I've never played this game. Is there? You have to clap too?
Yes, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but between the bongos is a little microphone.
Oh, I was wondering how they sensed that.
Yeah, the sensor is actually very sensitive. Like I can hit the bongo like on the edge and it'll
Mhm.
count as a clap.
Okay.
Yeah, so There are other songs you can play as well, more mainstream songs like Queen's "We Will Rock You" is on there. "Shining Star." Uh, my favorite one to play is "Rock Lobster" by the B-52s. Because it's such a stupid song, but I'm like, as soon like you scroll through it and it plays like a sample of the song,
Yeah.
and I get to Rock Lobster and you hear that down 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 down, and so I'm like, okay, why not? So I, I'm playing it, and then my fiance walks in and she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I should have had her shoot video as like a little preview for this review because it was
You should have put that up on Instagram.
oh, I to say that like so there are three different difficulties. There's essentially easy, medium, and hard. There's chimp, I believe, is the easy difficulty. Then gorilla, I think, is the second one, and I can't remember what the third one is. Or it might be monkey, chimp, gorilla. I can't remember off the top of my head. But the level of difficulty between easy and medium is quite drastic.
Really?
So, for example, when you're playing the Zelda song or the theme from Zelda, you're like boom, 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 or like boom, dun, and you're hearing the song in the background, but every now and then you might hit the left or the right, and you might have to clap. But when you go to medium, it's like dun dun, 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 and like you have to hit it really fast, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm not nearly coordinated enough for this anymore.
Yeah.
But this honestly is it's a very gimmicky game, which is clear from the controller, but honestly, it's a lot of fun. Like I like musical based games. I don't play them that often, but they are fun whenever you get the chance to play them.
Yeah, Exploit
And
said Sega did something similar called Samba de Amigo with the maracas, and it said Sega and Nintendo should have had a crossover. Opportunity missed. I never heard of that.
yeah, I don't remember that. I have to look that up after we're done.
Yeah.
But I I never played the second one, and there was a third Donkey Konga that was released only in Japan. But this I feel like is one of those like forgotten gems of the GameCube because it's so different
But I mean,
than any other game.
is this really something you're gonna play often? I mean, it's a
Prob-
cool novelty to have and pull out at like parties and stuff. But
yeah, like this isn't a game that I'm just gonna like I'm not gonna play this over the weekend
yeah,
or anything like that, but I don't regret going back and revisiting it. And I think it's something that like if you're a collector of GameCube accessories
mhm,
and just of the GameCube system, I definitely think that you should get it because the controller is actually really cool and it's used for multiple games like Donkey Konga 1 and 2 as well as Jungle Beat.
mhm.
Like yeah, it was a gimmick, but even Jungle Beat it worked with using the bongos as the controller. So it's fun to have, and like you said, if you have a group of people over, you be like, oh, check this out. I
Yeah,
don't know if you guys ever remember this, but for what it is, it's honestly not a terrible game. Like I wouldn't put it above like a Guitar Hero or a Rock Band, but it's pretty cool. Like I will admit it is pretty cool. Like if you're just a casual gamer, you're probably not gonna buy it. But if you're a collector, I'd get it mostly for the controller because it is a cool little display item. And I was honestly shocked that I still even had it because I haven't thought about Donkey Konga since the mid 2000s, right after it came out.
yeah, yeah. I
But
don't know if you can play this on the Wii. Axblade asked if you could play this on the Wii because he doesn't have a GameCube. I don't know. I don't
there
remember.
there are GameCube controller ports on the Wii. Let me look that up real quick because I'm actually curious about that myself. Donkey Konga Wii. Da, da, da. Does Donkey Konga work on Wii? The bongos are compatible with Wii software that can use a Nintendo GameCube controller.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it plugs into the GameCube just like a traditional controller, and the Wii does play GameCube games. So
Hmm.
yeah, I would definitely look around for it. I don't know what the bongos go for because I haven't even really seen them in retro gaming stores anywhere.
I'm gonna look that up real quick on eBay.
Yeah. But to go through the reception of the game real quick, Donkey Konga received generally favorable.
Oh, something happened. Hold on. Let me change. Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Oh, Discord's fighting us tonight.
I know. Bongos aren't that expensive. You can buy Donkey Konga with bongos tested pre-owned $31.95. Buy it now on
That's really not
eBay.
that bad. I was expecting maybe like 60 or 70.
And here's one with Jungle Beat and Donkey Konga with the bongos tested $69.95. So yeah, it's not that expensive. Yeah, it's not that expensive to find these.
No. But yeah, I was saying Maxim gave the game a score of 8 out of 10 and said that 4 bongos should be added to create a frenzied, unholy din suitable for ritual virgin sacrifice.
I like
That
that.
might be the best review I've ever heard.
I like the New
Uh,
York Times where it says, gave it a mixed review and said, before you buy Conga, try clapping along with every song on the radio for half an hour and see how you feel at the end.
The clapping's not that bad. It is, well, it is on certain songs, but there are others where the clapping's virtually non-existent. But let's see, Metacritic gave it 76 out of 100. Electronic Gaming Monthly gave it 7.5 out of 10. Game Informer 7, IGN 8.5 out of 10.
Hmm.
That seems very generous. Nintendo Life, which might as well be a sponsor of the show at this point, gave it
Hmm.
8 out of 10 stars. Nintendo Power 4.2 out of 5. So it received generally favorable reviews, and I, I will agree with that statement. Like I do like this game. Would I put it in like the 8.5 category? Probably not. But I think it's one of those that if you own a GameCube and now hearing the price of the bongos along with the game, I think it's worth getting because I think it's a good way to spend like an hour or a couple of hours
Yeah.
playing this game. And the controller makes for a cool display item.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a good conversation starter, those
Yeah.
bongos. You see those, and anybody who doesn't know what those are, like, what the hell is that for? Be like,
Yeah.
oh, well, let me show you Donkey Konga.
Well, the cool thing is too, and this almost drove me nuts when this happened. So you can buy different items and songs and sound effects in the what's called the DK Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy sound effects from different games. One of those being Zelda. And you know the sound that young Link makes whenever you do like the spin attack, how he does that high pitched scream?
Yeah.
Whenever you hit the bongos really fast, that happens if you equip the Zelda sound effects. I was about 10 seconds into a song and I paused it and said, nope, I'm restarting this and I'm giving it the traditional bongo sound effect.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but there are some cool ones too. They have like NES, they have Mario, they have like sci-fi sound effects too. So it it adds enough to where you can have like fun little moments
Yeah.
like that. I think if this game were released today, there would be way more songs
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's the same list of like 30ish, but they're just in different difficulty.
I just don't think Nintendo would want to license out any music. Like, I don't see
Yeah.
this ever happening again. Nintendo's too
I'm-
tight with their money.
That's why I was a little surprised that this happened in the first place.
Yeah, no.
But I never played the second one. I'd be very curious to see what songs they have on it because it says here the first two games have around 30 tracks each, and then Donkey Konga 3 had closer to 60.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually Donkey Konga 2 came out less than a year after the first one. It was released in North America September of 2004, and then Konga 2 came out May of '05.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what would be on Donkey Konga 3 because it was a Japan only release.
Yeah, there's no telling. But this, as much as I liked Donkey Konga, and I'd say number wise, I'd give it probably, I'd say 6.5 would be about it for me. Like it's a fun, solid game for what it is.
Yeah.
But playing this made me want to play Jungle Beat
Yeah.
because it's more like a traditional Donkey Kong platformer. So I'll have to be on the hunt for a copy of it. I haven't been to the video game trading post here in quite a while, so I might go by there this weekend to see if they have a copy and then
Yeah.
review that. It probably won't be my next review, but it will be one that I do fairly soon whenever I have it.
Yeah, this just doesn't seem like something that I would really play.
Yeah,
It'd be
it's
something like if I came over to your house, it'd be like, let's play Donkey Konga for a little while. Like I would do that, but I don't know.
we'd have
Not really my thing.
we'd have to live stream it.
Oh
If we
yeah,
did
absolutely.
Oh man, but yeah, I had fun going back and playing it for the little while that I did.
Yeah, Axblade brought up a good point about kind of off topic, but with new modern controllers with full haptic feedback, like we could get like new fishing games, like that make you feel like you're really casting and reeling, like the old Sega Bass fishing games. Like I think that would be kind of cool. I used to love fishing games; like they were kind of relaxing.
If I remember right, in Twilight Princess for the Wii, you can use the remote as a fishing pole
Yeah,
because you could use like the remote was your pole, and then the nunchuck was like your reel.
yeah, I remember that.
I funny enough, I think the fishing aspect of Zelda is one of the it's not really talked about, but it's actually pretty fun, especially in Ocarina of Time when you try and catch that big ass fish
Yeah.
where you get like the gold scale where you can just like practically stay underwater forever.
Yeah, I think the next iteration of video game stuff is definitely going to be controllers with more haptic feedback, because you look at how good the Rumble controllers and stuff are now, and you see what I think Nintendo like really like they hit it out of the park with the Wii. But imagine if you had like a golf game where it actually feels like you're hitting a golf ball or things like that. Like I think that would be awesome. One step closer to living in a virtual reality world.
The closest we got to that was Wii Sports
Yeah.
because like you do like the tennis and you hit like you swing your remote like an actual tennis racket, or if you're playing baseball or golf was one too.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. So yeah, I think that'd be great.
I think
I'd be all for that.
I think that might be the next logical step in gaming.
So Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, send your checks to
Yeah.
the Nerd Cave Retro Podcast.
So that's I think that's gonna do it for this week. We got anything we need to let everybody know about before we leave this week?
Well, I mentioned it at the top of the show. For next week's Nerd Cave Retro, you'll hear our panel from Pensacon. You'll get to see both the audio. You'll get to hear the audio version on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. But I also brought my video camera to film it, so you'll get the video version on YouTube as well. And same thing with Defending Bad Movies 3D. That will be on next week's episode of the Derek Diamond Experience. That'll be out on YouTube and all podcasting platforms as well.
Yep, I'm just looking forward to next week and listening back to the panel, because
Yeah.
I haven't heard back. I haven't listened back to it because you still have the file, so I'm interested
Yeah.
to go back and see how it went.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably edit everything over the weekend, and then I'll send it over to you whenever it's done.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to just about do it. Anything else you want to throw out there? Anything with the Derek Diamond experience?
I know this week I listed a top 5 live action TV characters, so that was a fun list to do. Especially, I did have 2 highlights from Pensacon, other than the panels. I got to meet George Wendt, who played Norm in Cheers, who is,
Norm.
spoiler, my favorite TV character of all time. And then I also got to meet the Carbonells, Nestor, who was in Lost, Bates Motel, the Dark Knight trilogy. Him and his wife were there, and they were just as nice as they were whenever I interviewed them. So meeting them in person was really cool.
He was Batman Well on
Batman Well.
the Tick series.
Yeah, I saw him in that costume, and it was hilarious.
It's awesome.
But yeah, it was those 2 meetings, and then the panels were the highlight of Pensacon for me.
Yeah, and for last week's open micers, if you haven't heard it yet, we had comedian Sean Patton on, and he's going to be coming down to do a bunch of shows here on the Gulf Coast. He's based out of New York, so if you guys want to see him, go to MrSeanPatton.com, and you can get your tickets. If you're along the Gulf Coast and you want to go see him, he'll be, of course, in New Orleans, Mississippi, Mobile, Pensacola. Yeah, there are plenty of chances to see him while he's down here. So go check out that episode of Open Micers at Open Micers on Twitter. So, Derek, I think that's it for this week. Is that it? Is that all?
I think that's it.
Is that all we have?
That's it.
I'm Batman Well. Let's get out of here. If you'd like to email us, you can email us at nerdcaveretro@gmail.com. We are at facebook.com/nerdcaveretro. We're on Instagram and Twitter at nerdcaveretro, and individually at jfunktastic and at Derek_Diamond. Go buy some merch at ncrmerch.com. I think there's a sale going on right now. Go check it out. And if not, go throw us a couple bucks on Patreon. Help keep the lights on here. Patreon.com/nerdcaveretro, where if we stay above the $50 level, we do the commentary tracks every single month for you. And if you can't do that, I understand times are tough. Go leave us a review wherever fine podcasts are given away for free. So Derek, please tell them what it's all about.
Wow.
A fellow chucker, eh?
You blew it!
What did I just do? That was weird. I don't know what I just did. I hit the wrong button. No, stop recording. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, Axeblade. And
Yeah.
I thought Rampage would have been here tonight, but I don't know where he is this evening.
He hasn't been saying too much in the Discord either.
Yeah, I know. And he might be busy, work and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Axeblade says if the Nerd Cave Retro theme was part of the Donkey Konga game, sign me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we will see you next week. Good night.